Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast, episode 50. We are 2 weeks away from the 1 year anniversary, but today we got an episode that I've been looking forward to. Our special guest, the big picture, Chris Cooke. How's it going, buddy?
Going good, guys. Glad to be here again. Number 50. That's a big one. You're getting close
That's
to
a
that
big
one.
one.
Hats off to you guys for all your work. I'm a fan. I listen to the podcast pretty much every week or whenever I get a chance to. So thanks for all your guys' work following maritime wrestling and just getting it out there.
Oh, thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Jason and Mark are with us. Corey is sick. He will not be with us today. But today we did get permission from New Scott and Dave Boyce to literally watch your final match in completion from beginning to end. This is New Scott's video. If you haven't subscribed to New Scott, please go do that. A big thank you to him and Dave Boyce. Before we watch the match, it's you versus Chip Chambers,
Yeah.
Supercard 4 for the Maritime Heavyweight title. How did this match come together?
It was likely January of last year. Dave Boyce reached out to me to see if I was available for that date. And actually, it was a couple years before that. I went to the Spring Hill show, just took one of my sons with me, went as a fan. So I seen what he had going on, and I was like, oh, I definitely want to be a part of that. So absolutely, I took the booking, and then he later on pitched the idea. He was like, "Hey, I'm going to have you work in Chip," which was nice because me and him have talked sometimes. Like sometimes it was social media posts or just private messages about, "Hey, we've never got to work each other, and we've been a part of the scene for such a long time that it'd be nice to be able to work each other." And so being able to have that match at a special show, like to the guys, to Dave, it just kind of was a perfect storm, if you will.
Absolutely. We were all there. It was my match of the year. I absolutely.
Thank you.
If you think that watching a match online or on your TV screen does it justice, it doesn't.
No,
Go support your
live
local wrestling.
No.
It's the best.
100%. I mean, you guys are like that, like where you do the hockey and stuff too. There's nothing that beats that live experience. Whether it's
Exactly.
sports, play, anything. You just can't beat being there live. And
The
especially
energy in the crowd.
Right.
you get to take the interaction from the crowd, which like
Yeah.
I'm sucker, whether it's local wrestling or like just WWE. When you get a good crowd, like you see some of like the WWE events when they're over in the UK and stuff, it levels the show up that much more as a watch. So like if you get to be in those crowds, it just makes it that much better.
Absolutely. So without any further ado, I will be sharing the screen here. And we will be pressing play. And Chris, if you have any comments during the match, please feel to comment. I'll put the volume low enough so we can hear everybody. Here we
Sure.
go. Supercard for Chris Cooke versus Chip Chambers, the Maritime title.
You might actually see Corey holding the title there soon.
I wasn't even going to mention that. Thanks, Mark.
Dave's such a good ring announcer.
Dave, like, I know he said that this is going to be his last year. I hope he's a filthy liar because the maritime
Same.
wrestling scene is a better place with him in it. I absolutely love Dave Boyce.
Same. Like I haven't been on too many shows with him, but he's such a crucial part, like behind the scenes, and just
Yeah,
he'll
absolutely.
definitely he'll leave a vote, won't be placed.
That's right.
Chip is such a clown sometimes.
He's such a baby face.
I know. And makes such a great heel now.
Oh, absolutely.
Got a poster of him by your bed? Cheer for him, cheer for you.
Oh, that guy was chirping me all.
There's a few spots in this match that when we get to them, I want to know your opinions on them because we've talked to Dave Boyce about this match, and he got nervous at some times because of some specific spots.
The stage.
Yeah, the stage. Emily Parker is the referee. How important was it for Emily Parker to be the referee? Because she's one of the best in the Maritimes.
Emily's awesome because you just can trust her.
Yeah.
Events, not so much now, but more so like back in the day, you just never knew who was going to be the referee. It would be somebody their first night. So like when Emily's in there, it's little things like you can get the law and trust that you can because Emily knows what she's doing. Or
Absolutely.
at times, like if you're forgetting something. Like, hey, ask them what's next, or tell the next spot. He's a perfect third person.
Absolutely.
Why is my
This match was
belt over
fun too.
there?
Like,
I was looking.
Yeah.
this match was fun. I found like just being able to like work as the heel. I've been such a babyface in PEI for quite a few years now, so it's kind of like you work as a babyface, but when you get to be the heel, you kind of like have a million things that you're like, yes, I get to do that again. Just no mannerisms.
Absolutely. Like, to me, like, being the babyface is, I'm sure, is great. But you got some rogue crowd sometimes that'll just like, you're the babyface. You have to smile. You have to be like, oh yeah, I'm a good guy. But sometimes they just turn on you for no reason. And like,
Exactly.
I'd love to heal there.
Yeah, it kind of feels more of a job, I find, being a babyface,
Yeah.
where like you're gonna get people to hate you, or you can be a smart ass, or you know what I mean. Ways you-
And it's such a contrast in style here because it's the powerhouse versus the high flyer.
Like here, where my thinking here in the match is, I didn't want to be a heel, just like telling people to shut up, go to the gate. You know what I mean? That like easy way to get your heat. So I thought I'd rather be a dick, if you will, to Chip and bully and be arrogant, and then kind of organic heat for like telling them to boot me, if you will.
Yeah. You did a fantastic job at just like being the monster in this match.
Thank you. It's
I
funny.
mean, he is Stitch
we
Face
had.
after all.
What?
Chip called it an homage to Brody Smith or Smith. It was a spot he always used to do
Oh, yeah?
in matches, so I kind of threw that in there.
And Chip he's so flexible. He can fly like anywhere. Just that push there, he goes all the way to center ring, like just makes you look like an absolute beast.
And it looked realistic there, like in the pushbacks, the way he was selling
Yeah.
it. It didn't look like a stage performance as much.
That's right. Yeah, I really appreciate what he brings to a match. It's very, very interesting. Just looking at it in a different perspective, eh?
Oh, 100%. And like one thing I find with Chip is like hit are amazing. As an athlete, he's amazing, but he also has all the in between figured out.
Yeah.
They're just as important. See, this part I kind of crapped on myself. Like my speed, I wasn't able to keep up with him as much as I would like to. But that just, again, that's me being nitpicky to myself.
Nitpicky because I didn't see anything wrong there.
There you go.
You'll
I
see
like
me
the teasing.
as the match goes.
I like the teasing of the picture perfect double-handed choke slam.
Just to hint it a little bit.
Yeah. Reversing it
this crowd's
into a
not
pin.
familiar with exactly, and the crowd's not familiar with the move. That so if you tease it, then if you go for it later on, you're kind of
Yep.
wise, right?
That's right.
Yep.
This venue's really nice too. I like how they have the stadium seating on the one side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a hockey team there. The Spring Hill Coal
The
Miners.
coal miners. Yeah.
And the Amherst Ducks played their playoff games in Spring Hill, and it's one of my favorite venues. Like the fact that we still get to see the Supercard shows there is pretty awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny too, like where Spring Hill is like much smaller, have such an amazing, nice new arena.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot of towns that just like the town I'm from in DeBert, it's just an old with wood bleachers. And it does the trick. Not near at this level.
What's my name?
Cookie, right?
Cookie, that's
That's
right.
what I got. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
It's a shame too, like when my knee went out, because that gear I got, I only got to wear it twice. So I definitely didn't get money's worth out of it at all. It was like a guy from Texas that made it, so
It was nice gear.
I paid more. Yeah, I paid more for it than I wanted to, considering it was just a pair of shorts and some knee sleeves, but then get 2 uses out of it. I was like, oh, that was a financial decision, but I didn't plan on making it, so there's that.
I love that. I love that move right there, teasing the table and putting it back under.
Put it back.
not everybody can do something like that. And with Chip, it's so easy. But with the powerhouse and all that, like just sequence
It
like that
worked.
is amazing. Yeah.
It's funny. I stole the move actually from Billy Gunn. I was randomly watching like a Sunday Night Heat episode on YouTube from like maybe like 2000 when he was the one,
Oh yes, yes.
and he always used to use that as a cutoff. And I was like, you know what? Not many people do, but it's easy and it's safe, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
How,
people think that those big moves sometimes look unsafe, but sometimes they're the safest things that you can do, right? Like,
100%. Like I see a lot now on like different reels on Facebook and stuff. You see all these moves that guys are like trying in like training places, and it's like, oh my god, you're gonna kill somebody.
yeah, 100%.
The Pursuit Pro Wrestling guys. I don't know if you've seen
I
them.
think that's it.
Holy moly! They
Yeah, it's
broke
like
the
a
ring actually.
ropes, I believe.
yeah.
And Chip's so smart here. Like I did kind of like an asshole cover by just like hardly pinning him, and he kicks it at one. I chuckled to myself when that happened.
It's spur of the moment things where you think like, if this would be a shoot, like, oh no, 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 you're not gonna pin me like that. You're kicking out at one.
Exactly. He's protecting himself there.
Will we be seeing you at this? I know you're not gonna be wrestling, but at Spring Hills Supercard 5 this year?
I'm gonna try to make it over. It's on a Friday this year. Fridays are
Yeah.
like 5:30, but
Yeah.
it's only a 2-hour drive. So I mean, I'll likely try to do it out a little bit early and make it. Yeah.
We've already had the discussion with the team. We will be there. We will also
You are
be at the
going?
Leo Burke. Oh yeah, the
We
only
should.
Supercard that we missed was the first one.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
We should do like a pre-show panel like they do on the PLEs.
absolutely,
That would be awesome.
I'd,
Just do like
I'd love to do
a
that,
live
yeah. Well,
podcast. at the
absolutely.
start.
Go live. Absolutely. Bring Chris Cooke, expert analyst.
I'm down anytime.
Dave Boyce, I know you're listening.
We kind of fudged that a little bit. He got caught up in my fat ass.
I don't know why
It's
that
funny
move
too.
always scares
Oh,
me
go ahead.
because I'm like, he's gonna break his foot.
Kicking the puck or the turnbuckle. It's funny, like, so this is kind of peeling the curtain back a little bit, but like the day of, me and Chip sat down and came up with most of this. And man, I bet you I watched him go over it like 3 times and he just had it. I was like 4 hours nonstop going through because I didn't want to fuck it up. I wanted it to be good. And I was like, all right, it's kind of more Chip style match, my regular style match. I still want to kind of like be on the same levels. I mean, he works all the time, so.
Yeah.
But it was just funny. It was like effortless for him. And I was like, you bastard.
And Chip's been at it for a while as well. He started in what was it, XWA out of
I
Fredericton.
believe so.
So
Oh,
he's like a fine
And what
wine.
didn't
He
he-
doesn't age.
Didn't
What's
he
that?
ag team with a guy Angles? I could be wrong on
Dale Dangles. They were the
Yeah.
Gyration Nation.
Damn, you're good.
he's back, In Superstars?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They eventually joined the team called the Frat with
Okay.
Josh Kobasakis. There was Chip Chambers, Dale Dangles, the Pledge that eventually became Precious Preston Carter.
Yeah.
What did he hit you there? Was that a
Somebody
shoe?
It was a girl right beside Shane. Remember him? He used to work in the lots of Nova Scotia and IHW for a while. What was Shane Stevens? He was sitting in the front row there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is with Real Action. He just signed on with Real Action for this season.
Okay.
Oh, really? Good for him.
Yeah, he's their new ring chief, I guess.
It'd be a good hand to have around for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's that's Shane Weaver, right? Or is that the
I
same
don't know.
guy?
There's a Shane. There's a Shane somewhere.
Ooh.
This was a great spot.
That would have hurt my legs so bad. I thought he was just going to take it into the boards, and then he went over, and I was like, all right.
We interviewed Chip Chambers and we talked to him about this match, and he was very pleased with this match. He said it was a great experience, and he even said like I'd love to face him again one day. And
I wish we could, and
unfortunately, you won't get to see that.
no, it would have been nice. So we had timing. Like sometimes you never know how your timing's going to sync
Yep.
up to. And I found our timing worked out. So it's too bad. It would have been fun to keep it going, or IHW or in Red Rock or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Man, throw it back to IHW, eh?
That'd be a perfect spot too.
There's a lot of kids in Spring Hill.
Yeah, followed us around a good amount too. It's funny because as you're wrestling, you kind of got to keep your. My wife always makes fun of me for being like that helicopter parent. But, like, it was weird. You're wrestling like this helicopter thing. Being like, oh, there's little kids here. Be careful. And,
Yeah.
Oh, look, the stage.
So we had Dave Boyce on a few months, maybe like a month ago,
No, a few
maybe
weeks ago, yeah.
a few weeks ago, and we talked
Yeah.
about this stage spot, and everybody was telling him, "We're gonna go to the stage. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go." And he's like, "No, please don't, please don't."
yeah, he didn't find any of the razzing funny that day. He was like, just don't go near it. Come out the entrance, stay away. This was kind of an awkward spot to get transitioned into.
But it worked though because it goes straight into the sleeper hold, and it's like,
And that's we were trying to figure out a way to do it, and it was like sleeper hold's likely the most believable thing with the size difference.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
such an
didn't wanna come all
underutilized
down
move
on him.
nowadays.
Oh, exactly. Gunther's bringing it back, but
Yeah,
I was gonna say, except like the last two retirements that happened in WWE.
how
you don't
was
see
this spot?
years, and it's the biggest. It was. I was more because I mean, geez, I bet you I was 305 in that match. So like I have to fall back. No way to like smoke and light it. So kind of like, all right, I'm just gonna fall, stay to this side, and I'll put most of my weight this way and hope for the best. And it went fine. He heard from it. As far as I know.
I remember. So we're in the back there, like on the other side, on the right hand side, and myself, Corey, Mark, and I don't think Jason was there. I think Jason was still sitting down, but we just start chanting DBC Dub, and Dave Boyce is
eye-eyeing you.
No, his wife was there, his girlfriend was there, and she just turned to us and laughed. She goes, "Yeah, more of that."
Loved it.
Knew you were underneath the skin.
Yeah.
Oh man, Barb was loving it, eh?
Oh, yes.
Is that the girl in the red shirt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when Dave put the belt on my shoulder, he did that like out of nowhere. Like he comes out of the corner of my eye and he just puts it on my shoulder. He goes, "Here, you fucking belt mark." And now I'm sweating bullets because now everybody's looking at me. And that lady, Barbie, goes, "I want to hold Chip's belt." And I'm thinking to myself, "Boys, get this fucking thing off me now."
Yeah, don't want the responsibility of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that. It just adds more to like the whole steam. I guess it adds to the progression.
It's kind of,
of the match.
yeah, it's the story being told without really doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the little
So
things
easy to
that
watch.
matter, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if you do too much, sometimes it's like you can just sort of go like, I don't know, kicking out
and
of
then it just doesn't mean anything.
yeah, kicking out of 10 finishing moves means you just don't have a finishing move.
Exactly.
I love
such
that
a great
one.
catch.
There you
Oh,
go.
that was such a great
Thank
catch.
you.
And just the flow of it, the catch, the lift, the drop.
Yeah. Stole that from Mark Henry.
That's
The world's
right, the world's
strongest slam.
Yeah.
It was never picture perfect like yours, though, right?
No, exactly.
No.
Hopefully, he watches the video and learns how to hit him.
I'd say Chip is probably one of the best sellers we have in the Maritimes.
Oh, he can get such good sympathy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Even as a heel, of getting the face over on a move, like
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he has a different mentality than most. There's some guys that are good in the ring. Chip just has a different mentality about it.
He thinks everything through, I found, which is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
That blockbuster off the top rope. I don't think I've ever seen it done off the top rope. It was always the
No,
middle
it's usually
rope.
second, yeah.
You just look at the kids in the crowd. They're so excited. Like, they get a
The
wrestling
little
show
guy in
once
the
a
short.
year there. Yeah.
So the big thing we want to tell here, like him never giving up, like whether it was like
Yeah.
those there, like he just never died.
And just the hope spot there, like the punch. Nope, you're going down.
Exactly. Yeah.
What? That was free. No way.
Such an easy way to get heat, though. That was 3. Come on, ref.
Oh, exactly. That just gives you a breather to get into like the next spot here we're doing.
Yeah.
There's the table.
Bring it back
And what
now.
one of the things that made me laugh is I think it was Jason. Just turns to me and he goes, "That's a legit table." Because nowadays all we see
I
are
hate the
doors.
Oh
hate
yeah.
It's just me.
That's it. Fine.
But see, tables are hard to find, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. And the legs nowadays are so friggin' expensive on those tables.
Oh no, they're like $60 or $70 a Canadian Tire. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense.
Only a man of Mr. David A. Boyce's salary can buy those.
Yep, for super hard. Get through.
Yeah.
At this point in the match, what's going through your mind? Like, you're having a banger. Do you realize this match is as good as it is?
I knew it was going good, but like, I have no complaints. This spot I'm a fan of. We kind of fucked this up, or pardon me, kind of messed this up.
You're allowed to curse. Don't worry about it.
I'm not a fan of like striking spot. It becomes like I throw 2, then you throw 1. It's too easy to have it come off not realistic.
Yeah.
The only thing
Yeah.
that was that little spot, and at the very end, he was supposed to line up hit him with a jab, and if it had went smoother, that likely would have got more of a pop. And I should have sold this much better. I kind of was lazy here. But what was going on, I was like, okay, we're almost done. Cutter through the table.
But at the same time, like it turned out great because you take the haluva kick and you stagger to the next corner, take it again, and it leads into this spot.
And that's kind of like when we were planning it, we had the idea of a desperation haluva kick, and I was like, well, hey, if you throw that, because of the way I've been toying with you the whole match and the size difference, let me do supercell over to the second buckle, hit with the second one, and then he could go into that like a flatliner type of move.
Yeah.
And it's just selling that more desperation story on his end, right?
That's right.
I don't know what came over me here just to continuously bash his
Absolute rage.
Selling the story.
Now, sometimes the table doesn't go the way it should. Is there a backup table underneath the ring? Or was that the only one?
Ooh, you'd have to ask Dave. I think that was the only one. Could be wrong.
Because I also watch a lot of old school WWF. And sometimes they just put a guy on the table and it goes boop.
Yeah, you see like, the bracing of the legs just kind of
Yeah.
snap. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what now?
There we go.
And I didn't like here. I was over anticipating what was coming up. But it was nice. Rubber on the table there. It kind of caught me.
Yeah.
Around.
Oh my
It didn't
God,
hurt.
yeah.
It didn't cut in, but like just the visual.
That's right.
And just like that, this was Chris Cooke's final match. I'm gonna let this play through, and then we're gonna have a conversation here.
DBC dub.
Maritime title, probably one of the better looking titles in the Maritimes, in my opinion.
And the name of it.
Yeah.
It represents a region versus just one promotion, and there's so many promotions that it, to me, kind of has more prestige in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind as you're laying in the ring there?
I was really happy with the match at this point. Like, right there, I was like, okay, everything we had planned worked out. Even the few things that we threw in, just worked out. Our timing was on point. And fuck, I hope Dave was happy with that, because you never know. Like, his expectation here, right? You never know.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think this is the only time I ever worked for Dave, so I was kind of like, I've known him for a long time, but never as like working for him. So
Yeah.
that was like, oh shit, I hope he's happy with it. And that goes through my mind all the time.
So you have the match, and you didn't know it at this point in time. This would end up being your final match.
No, like in September, there was supposed to be, like, I live in Cornwall, PEI. So like Mike had a show booked for September 20 something in Cornwall. So in my head, I was like, all right, so I have the, don't get me wrong, it would likely be a month or two break, or I could have maybe, like, sometimes I was getting a random IHW booking on like their September show or something, or a New Breed one. So I was like, maybe something will pop up. But then, like, as far as the injury, this was on July 19th, I believe was the date.
Yes.
So about a week later, on August 17th, I was over in Nova Scotia. My dad's birthday is August 18th. So it was his 70th birthday. So we kind of just had a little bit of a get together planned. So I went over the night before, just stayed in Truro, hung out with some friends. And then the next day I went, and Steve Arsenault, he has a ring set up in his backyard. So he's like, oh, we haven't seen each other in like, geez, 10 years. He's like, you may as well come over and we'll just kind of mess around. And he was helping train a couple guys. So they came out. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll jump in the ring and just try to jump in and help with whatever he's teaching them. And honestly, I don't know if you'd remember the name Storm McDonald. He used to referee for W back in like the late 2000s.
The name sounds familiar, yeah.
He's on Facebook as Storm Kenneth. Anyways,
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, good friend of mine, and he was down there getting some training from Steve. And I had him in a turnbuckle. And what I said to Storm is we were trying to work on like his front bump, so like taking like a hip toss. And I said, let me shoot you into the turnbuckle. I'll come in, I'll poke like this and give you a hip toss. And when I went in and I just pivoted, as soon as I pivoted, the flooring kind of bounced a certain way, and I landed right here and right here. Like, I didn't catch myself at all, and I landed. And I was like, "Fuck!" And it hurt, but I've put my knee out a few times. Like, I've had a tear in my ACL since 2008. I had a match like maybe 2 years out of training, and just a guy hit it a certain way and it put a little air in it, but it was nothing major. I talked to the doctor, they said build up the ligaments, so I got 17 years out of it on the plus side.
Yeah.
Anyway, it hurt, and it was a different type of hurt, and I just sat out for like 15-20 minutes, and all right, let me just walk this off kind of. And to be truthful, I got back in the ring and likely messed around for like another hour, which I shouldn't have. And then I went to my dad's thing that night, stayed at my uncle's house, and the next morning I woke up and the bedroom I slept in was upstairs. As soon as I woke up the next morning, I was like, uh-oh, my knee was puffed out like this. And I hardly put any weight on it. And one of those things, like, I'm likely the stereotypical guy of like, I don't need to go to the hospital, everything will buff it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys can all relate to that.
Yeah.
I got home the next day and I said to my wife, like, what happened? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to go to the doctor, like, as soon as possible. And I just felt like something was up. So I tried to get into the doctor and I couldn't. So I talked to a few people and one person at the doctor's office, and they told me like it was like a 1.5 or 2 year wait list to get an MRI done. So actually I did, there's a spot in Moncton that does like the privatized MRIs. I get weird. I just wanted to know what was going on. So we discussed it, and it was something we were willing to like pay for. So I went over, had that, and they emailed me likely 3 weeks later with the results. And they said, I have advanced osteoarthritis in my left knee. I had a full tear of my ACL at the upper part of my knee, kind of like where it connects into like your quad or your femur, and my meniscus has multiple tears in it. So at that point, I was like, "Oh, this sucks." Like, I started in my head. I was like, "Well, I I turned 37 in October, so I was 36 at the time, and I was like, well, I'm 37. I'm a heavier guy. I've wrestled a long time, and you just have to take in like just reality at that point. Is it's like I'm not in WWE. I'm not going to make
Yeah.
WWE too old. I'm not in shape for that kind of thing, right? So I was like, okay, as much as I love it, it's not a smart decision, in my opinion, going forward. Had I been 22, yeah, sure, but anyways, so I just kind of decided then, and I remember I messaged Mike, like outside of he's the main promoter I worked for, and I was the champion at his time. I was also like, he understands the human body, he understands injuries, so like I just sent him the paperwork I got just so he could. It was all doctor's lingo, so I didn't want to interpret something wrong. I just had him look over it, and he basically just confirmed everything I thought it was, and then from there, I was like, well, I may as well just call it a career. Like I had, and that's not in a bad way. I don't mean any kind of like sadness or from it or anything like that. Like I am very happy with what I did on a local stage. Yeah, I wish I had have attempted things different when I was younger, but I'm very happy with what I was able to do locally and keep the balance of like a local career plus like a real life career and family and stuff like that. So I'm happy with the way everything worked out, and I'll still get to be a part of it around here, and I still want to be going to local shows. Like I went to a new show in November, did a little segment there, which was fun, and just hung out for a little bit. But, it's just one of those things. Honestly, it is what it is, and I'm not that I'm upset about it, but it kind of made me close the chapter without me needing to like really like how do this for and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and wasn't taking that many bookings in the last couple of years anyway, so
Yeah.
there is a part of me like truthfully where say even over here I understand like the reason I was booked in a main spot in Red Rock between longevity being a bigger guy and stuff, but like when I look and I see younger guys like Rudy, Ethan Knight, Hollywood Cole, guys that are traveling and busting their ass every freaking weekend and going to all these seminars, it's like, man, I'm just some dude that works Monday to Friday at a normal job and shows up and wrestles like 6 times a year. I shouldn't have the main spot. So like in a weird way, I'm kind of happy to like be done, and more or less like the last Red Rock shows, I was taking pictures and promo videos backstage. So I was like, all right, no more bumps. I'll take pictures instead of bumps. This works for me.
What
And just
was the
transition to another role, right?
yeah.
Like,
Well, that's just it. Like, there's a million different ideas I've had, and not in like a creative way or anything like that with shows. I mean, that's why there's promoters and they pay the bills and they decide what goes on. But a lot of like where I would like to help somebody is like in the sense of doing the promo videos at the shows. Well, you have everybody there and you can have different backdrops. Like, sometimes you'll see promotions that all their promo videos is a guy shooting a video like this, talking to his phone in his car or just up against a
Yeah.
wall.
yeah,
If we're at a show, we have access to an arena, locker rooms, hallways, outside. You can take a car and go somewhere. So it's like, I kind of want to tap into that to be like, how can we make this as storytelling as possible without it just being like, hey, I'm mad at this opponent. I'm going to fight him on this day at this time on this place. It's like, let's tell a story and maybe just use the backdrops as, I don't know, different settings really. Like, I'm kind of like rambling all over the place, but that's kind of what I assist with to a
Makes
degree.
sense.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
with as far as the Red Rock title, you vacated that. Was that always the plan going forward? Like once you found out about the injury?
Uh, yes and no. Like, I know Mike asked me what my plan was, like as far as like, are you done? And I was like, yeah, I'm done. And he just like he obviously never contested. He was like, okay, it's your body, it's you. You make your own call. And yeah, he just we waited one show. I think it was. I'm trying to think of the time frame. He did a show in Cornwall. I went to it, and that's when I announced like my injury. And then I did a little segment with Cody Brown, like Cody Uno Ocho.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we talked again, and then he was like, okay, so we'll likely do like a retirement thing, which like I hate the retirement word. Like, I'm not gonna wrestle, but I'm 37 and I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. So then yeah, you just like, all right, we'll just have you vacate the title, and then this way we can kind of start toward a tournament, which was like likely from him a hard booking choice for your final event of the year, but at the same time, it's a great cliffhanger going to 2026 with likely.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
and I mean, like right now, I find Red Rock like when you look over the last couple of years of it, I kind of look at it like it's a whole, not a whole different promotion, but like compared to the roster from '09 till 2019, it is almost a whole different roster. Like you
yeah,
have me, Steen, Andre, Kirk's likely been there since 2013. But other than that, like there's no more Mike, there's no more Peter, there's no more Titus. Duke McIsaac's not there anymore. Uh, there's likely a few others I'm missing. So like at that same point, I kind of view it as like a breath of fresh air where then now you can focus on the guys I mentioned earlier, the Rudies, the Hollywood Coles, and the new up and coming guys, right? And it's working. Like they're really getting popular. They're getting a fan base here, and it's a different direction, which is neat to see.
absolutely. Um, what does the future hold for Chris Cook in professional wrestling? Do you plan on sticking around, maybe doing some booking? Maybe I know you're still going to be part of Red Rock. I think that's pretty much your home base
Yep.
there. But what does the future hold for Chris Cook?
Whew, I don't know the answer to that, honestly. Like I'm going to be at all the Red Rock shows. I mean, not out in front of the crowd or anything like that. I mean, at intermission, the odd time I might pop my head out and just, say hi and somewhat be remembered. But I don't know. It's a hard one. Like as far as like booking or anything like that, I will at times, being honest, sometimes I'll like fantasy book over here, but at the same time, there's so many times in my career that I've seen promotions start up, and somebody's going to be the next Vince McMahon of the Maritimes,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
and then a lot of times I've seen it done as like a not an ego stroke, but to kind of like be the boss and make everybody know you're the boss, and that's just not my personality type, so I wouldn't be good at that.
Yeah.
Um, as far as being around, like I want to stay involved. Don't get me wrong, but like at what capacity, that's kind of like up to others to choose. Like it's funny. I think I've messaged one of you guys before. Like I wouldn't mind at times jumping on here and doing the review as like not talking about my career or anything I've done, but just hey, IHW had this show or CCW had this show and do the recap. Like I love talking wrestling. I like watching other guys perform and stuff. Like you guys have seen me. My son's out to the IPW shows, which like
Yep.
I don't know if there's hostility between the two promotions. I kind of just steer away from that. But like, I like to go out and watch wrestling. So even though I'm like Team Red Rock, if you will, I still like wrestling. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I,
get
Yeah.
that.
because there's a lot of guys I get to see that I've never seen perform before. Like I remember at one of their shows seeing Matt Chevron and Spike Etsy, and they had a crazy good match.
Yep.
At that point, I've never seen either of them wrestle before, and I was like, oh shit! So these guys are just in the Maritimes, and here's how good they are, right? So.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of maybe someday doing a seminar or something for some of the younger guys?
If I ever did, it would never be like a paid seminar. I I've had a few people like over the years and even recently asked me to like help them with training and stuff, but I've I get weird when it comes to like the training element. I have a personal opinion and it's not I don't mean offense to anybody that's trained or is a trainer or anything like that. If you've never worked for a major promotion and you've never worked full time, in my opinion, you can give guidance and you can give advice. But as far as like to be a trainer, like the way I look at it is say I trained a guy, I might help somebody for free if they actually showed like the heart and the initiative that they cared. But I would never take money from somebody because who am I? And honestly, I could likely train somebody and possibly get them some bookings in the Maritimes, depending on like their work ethic, their look and stuff.
Mhm.
But if they were to go outside of the Maritimes and they're like, oh, who trained you? Oh, Chris Cook, they're likely going to be like, who's that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a big believer that
Yeah.
there's your notable trainers. Like when I came up, Lance Storm was a notable trainer. I believe there was like an ROH Academy in Philadelphia. I could be wrong on that. Or like now, it's like Cody Rhodes has a school, Seth Rollins, Booker T, all the WWE ID programs. I just
Yeah.
feel for what I have to offer, I would have a better time sitting down, shooting the shit with a guy, or meeting up in a ring and just like, hey, this is what I did, or just shooting the shit. If you pick something from my brain, great. But the idea of training somebody to like have your stamp on them, I just don't feel I'm at the credible stage to do that.
Yeah.
And I just, I'm not a good trainer. I'm not a good, like, here's how you do it and you listen to me. It's just not my personality type. I wish it was opposite, but I have to admit what I'm like. And it would be a
I
strong.
get it.
To each their own, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Again, I don't mean anything. Like anybody that does training, I hope they don't take that as a knock. Like, I mean, it's just my own personal opinion. So
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
before we call this an episode, you've had an illustrious career. And
Thank
that's
you.
personally being a huge fan of yours. I remember the first time when Jason contacted you and we're going to get Chris Cooke. I was like, oh, are we ready for that? Like, that's a pretty big name for us. You got fans all over the Maritimes. Do
Thank
you
you.
have anything to say to your fans that supported you throughout your entire wrestling career?
Just the same old, like, thanks for coming out. Thanks for, I sometimes after shows you get a lot of messages on social media like, oh, your match was great. Always thanks for the kind words. Thanks for showing up. And I hope you keep showing up because we'd look awful silly out there doing it without any fans, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, like a lot of the diehard fans, they get the word of mouth. So one show might have 200, and the next time it's 250, next time it's 280, and you build and build and build, right? So without the fans, we wouldn't.
Absolutely.
So it's just it's the cliche answer, but it's just you're likely more part of the show than any of the performers are. So
Yeah.
we need them as much as they need us for their entertainment for the night.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So with
and
that being said,
like
keep going.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say thank you guys too for like reaching out. The first time I did the interview, I loved doing it. Like I've said, I always listen to podcasts and stuff like that. So when you reached out, I was like, oh, this is awesome. It kind of, fills a void, especially now. I'm like, I was saying to my wife before this, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I haven't talked about wrestling for not a long time, a couple months now, right? I'll be thrown into the loop a little bit. So thank you guys for that.
No problem.
We'll keep you in the
Anytime.
game. Don't you worry.
Oh, yeah. And any show that you are at and you want to come on to talk about it, the door is always open. Just shoot any of us a message and we'll make that happen, brother.
All right, sure. And the same thing, if you guys, like, there's any shows in, like, northern New Brunswick, like, around Fredericton stuff's a little hard for me to get to. But if you're ever, like, in, like, central Nova Scotia or, like, Moncton area, let me know. I'd love to come on out, shoot the shit, and just,
Absolutely.
we could do this afterwards if you're ever interested. It'd be fun.
Absolutely.
100%.
That being said, a big thank you to the big picture Chris Cooke. A hell of a career. Congratulations on your end of your career. I'm not going to say retirement. No, you don't like that.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you to Mark and Jason for being here as well. And we will see you all in 7 days. Until then, take care, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. We drop new episodes every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Time, so make sure to join us each week. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and also listen to the episodes and interviews on all your favorite podcast platforms, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. And if you want to support us even further, grab one of our t-shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just scan the QR code to get yours. Until next time, thanks for listening and supporting Maritime Wrestling.